And welcome again to another high vibe channeling session. This was on March 19th, 2026, and we have the ultimate joy and pleasure of Arla Collette Williams and the Ancestor grandmothers et al. And Kashima and friends, and you never know whom else might pop in. And Arla has been sharing the love and wisdom and kinship with the Sasquatch Nation and the Star Children, which she is Shining Star to them, and is a gifted channeler, speaker, basket maker, and expert, we will say, on Sasquatch. She has authored three books: My Life with the Hairy People, Respecting the Water, and New Friends at Indigo Run. She has been channeling for quite some time now. Her YouTube channel is Arla Williams 8266, and you can find her on Facebook underneath her name. And she has recently endeavored to have two different groups with Zoom meetings, Living from the Heart workshop and Talking about Sasquatch. And you can reach out to her, and her contact information will be in the description of the YouTube video session for this evening. Well, we got some smiles out of her anyway. What else you got to say, Marla?
You got some smiles? Oh my gosh, thank you for that illustrious speech about me. Oh my goodness. It's um it's such a cool ride that we're on. Uh, Life is just so full of good things going on. And that's I tend to smile a lot. So it's part of my nature, I think. So the grandmothers had come to me a couple of days ago and began talking about some things. And then today, they showed me something that's going on that is creating, I guess, a disease, not disease, but a dis-ease in things that are going on now. And there is so much out there where you see people who are feeling these energies are taking it in a way that makes it a negative instead of the positive that it should be. So they're going to talk some about that. And Kashima talked a little bit today about fear. So I'm not sure where they're going to go with this, but we're going to see.
Excellent. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Hayana, hayana, hayana. Na, na, haya, haya, na, Waicho, waicho. Greetings to you all this evening. We are very happy to be here with you and to talk with you and to help you. There are many energies that are being shared to the earth. And those are things that people are having a hard time with. Grandfather Sun is sending what many people call solar flares. But there is information in these that is being sent to the earth. And the earth mother, when she feels them, sends that out to all that is here. And these teachings are things that bring the light. They are fire energy. And so they help to cleanse what needs to be cleansed. Grandmother Moon is sending energies and information as well from the light that she shines through Grandfather Sun. And those energies that are here are felt by many people, and not just people who are aware of how to work with these energies, but people who don't understand that. And it is affecting them in their daily lives. And they see it as chaos. And there are those in the what you call media that is taking these things as something that is not good. And that is not true. These things are given in love for us, for humanity, for the earth mother to understand and to grow. As Grandmother Moon shines those energies on us through her connection to Grandfather Sun. She takes care of the night and is sending those healing energies. And Grandfather Sun takes care of the day. And yes, his energy has grown and his vibrations are changing. Many say he is wearing out. That is not true. His energies will sustain for longer than man can think. When you feel these energies, stop and sit yourself in a place where you are grounded. If you can sit on the earth mother, that is good. If you can lean against a tree, that is good. If you can go into the waters, that is good. But connect yourself to this wonderful physical space that you are in and listen and open for the understandings that are being brought by Grandfather Sun. And when it's night and Grandmother Moon is shining, bask in her light. Open yourself to this light and let it come into you and share that wisdom with your higher self, that part of you that knows. And the same with Grandfather Sun. Welcome these energies. Do not look at them as if they are something that is to destroy. They are fire energy. Fire transmutes and changes things. And that is what's happening. Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon are supporting this Earth Mother as her vibrations grow. They are supporting humanity as the vibrational consciousness of humanity begins to explode. Watch for that, and you will see it. You will see great numbers of people connecting all around this planet, connecting in love, connecting in joy, and sending that healing love out to everything. And as humanity grows in vibrational consciousness, they will understand even more what Grandfather Sun and Grandmother Moon are doing for us. They love this earth. They are a part of her, and she is a part of them. And all is a part of you, and you are a part of them. There is no separation. There is no misunderstanding. It is the truth of this universe. And it is surrounded with that love and with that understanding and with that knowledge that grows into wisdom. Hold it close as you begin to understand. Pull that wisdom into you and allow that to be shared with the world. Grandfather Kashima wishes to speak for a moment. I am Kashima, and I will speak to you about fear. Fear began on this earth as a way to guide humans who were here. And there were many different kinds of humans that were here. Some lived a very primitive life, and fear for them guided them. It showed them when something was to be looked at, when something needed addressing. And it was not a negative, it was a way of life. And as they grew and changed, they begin to understand a different way of life. The other humans who were here were different. And fear for them was something that vibrationally could harm them. And we are not telling you that fear in itself is bad, because it can be a signal to help you to see what is around you. But when you take that fear and you manifest it and you magnify it, the human's body is not compatible with that. That deep-seated fear is very hard on the human body. Many times when you fear something you do not understand, you take this and build on it and share it with others, sharing that fear that you have. And that fear begins to grow, and it goes from one human to another. Part of what we do is to help the human look at their fear. And fears can be in many different kinds. They can be of someone, they can be of something, they can be of loss. Do not let that fear magnify within you. As you grow vibrationally, you will understand that there is no need for fear. When you are leaving this third dimension and walking in that fourth density, fear does not exist. It exists here in this 3D world. And you are here to learn to release those fears. A fear can stop you from knowing something. You are love, and fear and love, this divine love of the knowing, is not compatible with that lower vibrational energy of fear. Washa maya toho na yakala lavaha. Washa kaya tona wala la 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 ha. Reach inside yourself. Everything is there for you to understand about fear. And when you have a fear, ask yourself, why am I feeling this? Is there a valid reason that I would feel this fear? Or is this something that I have made? Something that I have created? Something that you do not understand? And we will let the grandmothers speak again. Blessings to you all. Blessings to you, Grandfather Kashima, for your talk on fear. And we ask of you, are you going into that space of your heart, that seat of your higher self? Take time to do that. That is important for your growth. It is important for you and your light and the light that you shine and share with this world. We are sending you much love and blessings. And if you have questions, we will answer them.
Thank you very much for that. And I really appreciate you coming back and blessing us with your energy and presence. I was curious about those connections with people all over the world. Are those connections going to be primarily with those who resonate with our frequency, but also those who would benefit from our help, and we are in a position to do so?
It would be both. There will be those who are just understanding these changes that we're going through, and those who will be with them who are already down the road of change and understanding will be helping to hold them up as well. The vibrations of these that are connecting together are love, and with the intent for the manifestation of peace and love, bringing forth joy and compassion and kindness. When people gather together with their energies and their intent, it is very powerful. There are very small groups. There are very large groups. One is no more powerful than the other. And you can do this alone, connecting into these groups and that energy and sending that out to all and feeling it come back and course through your body. Feeling that love, that energy, that vibration that lifts you.
Thank you for that. I have one follow-up question. It occurred to me that as the whole earth and everything on it is increasing its vibration, how does the water evolve for that like we do?
The vibrations of everything here is changing. The water expands as the water needs to expand. There are those who are here from the Star Nation that work with the water and work with the cetaceans to help this. There are those humans who are connected to the water, who are supporting the water. And this creates that ability for the water to expand and continue to carry the wisdom and the memory of this earth and all that is here and all that has been and all that will be.
Great answer. Thank you. Angie, please.
Greetings, grandmothers. Thank you for being here with us. I had a question regarding some of the things you were talking about. First, in respect to when you mentioned how the grandfather's son was sending not just light but understanding, did you mean energies of clarity or actual knowledge?
When you have energies of clarity, there is knowledge within it. And all of these elements that are being brought here to the earth and sent from grandfather's son carry within it many things. It carries changes within the structure of the earth mother. It carries changes within the knowledge that an individual brings forth. And it carries wisdom. Wisdom that builds on that knowledge and brings that. We are in a time when it is there for us to open to all of this. Shining Star stands in that with us, and we know that as it affects her. So ask yourself, what are you needing? What do you need to understand? And talk with those energies and with grandfather son about those things. And talk to grandmother moon as she shines and sends wisdom. She is the mover of the waters, and her wisdom is there within the waters.
So the understanding isn't a general subject matter being shed upon humanity. It's individual. It's specific for each individual. Is that correct?
It is. And when the individual understands, it becomes a part of the collective.
Hmm. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Christina?
Greetings and blessings to you and Kashima. Thank you very much for being with us. I had an interesting experience with water. I remembered because Ray mentioned water, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. So I was out in the evening a few days ago, and within 1 hour, water came down as snowflakes, as rain, and as hail, small. And I had the feeling I got was playful. I thought it was very, like a playful energy. But could you comment on this at all?
It is one of the joys to see the various ways of this physical earth and these things that come to us. And joy and laughter comes in all forms. And the water blessed you and showed you that saying, I am not just one. I am many, and I carry many energies.
Thank you.
I like that answer too. Uh, I have a question about the trees that are cut down by ill-informed humans or for other reasons, because in my understanding, the consciousness of the tree stays even after humans consider it dead, because it is still nurturing, it is still conscious, it is still providing service. Can you talk about that and what happens with the souls? I know trees feel pain and pleasure, and it hurts me every time I see a tree being cut or cut down. But I would just like to get some deeper understanding on that, please.
There was something that happened to Shining Star with the trees. There had been a very severe ice storm, and there were many young pine trees on her land where she lives. And she was so heartbroken when she walked down to sit with them. And she cried at their brokenness. And as she sat there, they said to her, do not cry for us. We have only changed form. We are still who we were. And our energy goes with whatever is taken from us. Humanity does not see that in a table or in a floor or in a wall. But that energy that we each carried when we were growing is not dead. Energy does not die. It changes form. And we understand why it hurts to see those things happen. You love those trees and they love you. And to see this happen takes that which you have a physical connection to through your heart. And so that feeling is sad. But know that the tree's energy is there and remains there, nourishing through the roots, nourishing by being there with the others who surround them. And many who are taken in this way of being cut down become nurseries and grow many trees from that trunk that someone might think is dead. It is not dead. It is alive as energy.
Thank you. Angie?
Now I have a question about water. Um, about 6 months ago or so, I was intuitively inspired to begin sun charging my water. Um, and this is just a really quick, curious question. How long does the benefits remain in the water after I've charged it. Like if I was to put a couple, carafes in the refrigerator, so to speak, or something, how long does the benefits of that sun charged water last?
It does not go away. It is still there.
Oh,
Even
great.
though you have taken something that was warmed by the energy is the same whether it is warm or cold. Energy does not go away in this way. It is still there.
Oh, that's wonderful. So like even 2 days later, it would still be, the benefits will still be in that water.
Yes.
Oh, that's so great to know. Okay, wonderful. And then I had this other question. Um, For quite a while now, I have been affected on full moons. Speaking of grandmother moon, where it's more difficult for me to sleep. I don't know if it's the energies are stronger or what have you. But then recently, I noticed that now I'm being affected in the same way on new moons, which surprised me. But anyway, I was just wondering if you could, I don't know, expound on what that whole experience or phenomena is that is going on right now.
It has always gone on. This is not something new. Those energies are very powerful, and your body feels those energies. They feel the pull of the moon as she brings the tides out and brings the tides in. And that happens with the liquid that is in your body. And for you to understand that, you get in touch with those energies of the new moon and the energies of the full moon. And you allow them to flow through you. We are at the new moon, and this is a time of manifesting through pure intent. And the feelings that you feel will be something that is between you and Grandmother Moon. Sit with her and ask her to show you what it is that you need to do to connect in this time. Do not fight the energies and the feeling. It may be as simple as paying attention to something.
So, understandably, I understand what you mean that this has always been this phenomenon. Why would someone start having a sensitivity when they didn't used to?
Because your vibrations have changed and you acknowledge that you're feeling something and it is not what you have been feeling. When you notice changes that are affecting you, your vibrations are changing. And it is time to look at and open up to that change. In many cultures, this time was very special. There were energies that were addressed and very sacred energies. And the woman who had what is called her moon time, when she flowed, was a sacred time. Many think it was a time that they had to be put away from others because it was unclean. That is not true. It was powerful. And not understanding that was why many said they needed to be put away from others. But this was a time also in many cultures where the woman did nothing. She rested. She was taken care of. Food was prepared for her. And she was in a space of just being and understanding and accepting who she was. And these are sacred things. And the water is part of this, that flowing. And allow that water and grandmother's light to wash over you, to cleanse you of what makes you uncomfortable, and to open your eyes so that you can see and understand why.
So on the surface level, I would consider that just, instinctively as a something, I don't know, negative because I'm unable to sleep. Is this a sign that I am out of alignment, or it's just simply a reminder that I need to connect more with the moon at these time of the phases?
What do you do when you can't sleep?
I toss and turn and think about wishing how I could sleep. I know.
And that keeps you in that energy.
Hmm.
Sometimes it is better to get up and do something special for yourself. Sometimes it is good to open your heart and ask the universe what it is that you need to see. Many women have this problem with connecting into this, and things are disrupted. And it is not a problem unless you see it as a problem. But there are men as well who feel this energy that Grandmother Moon brings through the water. And the more you fight it, the more it will fight you. And I know that sounds simplistic, but it is very profound in that when you can't sleep, find something that usually soothes you or makes you feel calm or that you can connect to. Sit yourself in ceremony. Use the water in ceremony and open to the understanding of this change that's going on within you. It is a gift that women were given. And it is something to accept as a positive change in your vibrations. At this time, you are super sensitive to this ebbing and flowing. And that is when you do something for yourself. You do not rest when you toss and turn. Find something that would be a ritual for you to do that connects you to the waters and to work with the waters. Take that water that you would charge in the moonlight and use that at the full moon and the new moon.
Oh, I love those ideas. Thank you very much.
And that leads into my question about the moon water. I put water out for the new moon and the full moon, the day before, the day of, and the day after. And then I drink that love water because I bless it with love. But is there a specific phrase or something, or just that intent from our heart, which would be enough?
Grandfather Kashima would say, "You humans love your words." And if you have special words that you want to say from your heart, do so. And that's where the intent comes from within you.
I will do that. And I have done that. But I just wanted to get the maximum benefit, which is also what I tell the water itself after I tell it I'm appreciative and it's sacred. And in another related question about nature, I know that all forms of nature have their own vibration or music that we get to hear, from the insects to, the birds to the wind through the trees. Is there any particular music or sounds that humans make which please or would be a gift to nature?
Humming is a very wonderful vibrational experience, not only for the one humming, but those around it feel those vibrations come out from that. And within the humming, use your breath and breathe deeply, filling your stomach first and then up into your lungs. And at that point, stopping to feel this fullness, begin to hum and allow that hum to radiate from you, and it will radiate within you as well and connect you to everything. And that humming will be as a circle going out to all and coming back to you.
I love that. That was very poetic too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Angie?
Well, now I have a question to follow up on that. The whole humming makes me think of some of my favorite birds, the hummingbirds, and I was wondering if um, they play any kind of role that's connected to what you were speaking of.
They have many roles that they do. If you have a connection to them, they will be a part of any connection you have. And one of the things that humans can do, and you with the hummingbird, be still and think, what does it feel like to be a hummingbird? And think about that hummingbird's body and how it can be transposed onto your body. and become that hummingbird, flying and moving and landing and being a hummingbird. And you can do this with anything, anything that you feel connected to. Become that. Sit in that space and call that to you and be whatever it is. If you have a connection to turtles, be a turtle. Think about that. How does a turtle look? How does a turtle move? What does a turtle eat? And allow that to become who you are. You are the turtle. And you can do that with water as well. If you want to know more about the water, be the water. Think about, how does this water feel? How does this water make me feel? And immerse yourself in that and be the water.
I love that perspective. What a fun exercise. I bet that's something the hybrid children would love. But I can't help but ask or wondering when it comes to hummingbirds in particular, they feel like they're almost a hybrid with fairy elementals. Is there anything to that?
They are connected. And there are many times that you will see a fairy riding a hummingbird or a dragonfly. They have symbiotic relationships with so many things. And the fairies are joy and laughter. And they are connected to that through the elementals, through everything that is in this natural world.
Well, that tracks. What some of my most blissful experiences have been meditative visions with the fairies. And they feel connected to the hummingbirds to me. And I think I might have counterparts as fairies. I don't know, but I really resonated with that kind of joy, that freedom. It was just so beautiful. Um, I have one more question. Ray, should I wait? Do you have another question before?
No, go ahead and give that.
Okay, I hadn't even meant to ask about the hummingbirds. I just Ray's question made me think of them. My final question was about one of the final things you had spoken of before. And my question is, what does it mean to go into that seat of the higher self for those of us who have trouble connecting to that aspect of ourselves?
In the beginning, for many, it is hard to get to that space, not because it is a hard journey, but it is because you are not opening to that journey. There are many things that you do in your daily life that your higher self has guided you to do, and you may not recognize that. If watching a hummingbird is a joy for you, just immersing yourself in that can take you to that space of your higher self.
Oh, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. Thank you.
And that was the last question for this evening. ancestor grandmothers and Kashima, our ancestor grandmothers et al. And Kashima. Thank you very much, and for Shining Star for bringing you through. It's always a pleasure. Do you have any parting message for us?
How long has it been since you had a belly laugh? Have you laughed for no reason other than to feel the joy of laughing? Laughing is healing in so many ways. And laughing is an energy of love. Spiritual laughing, higher vibrational energies that you can feel yourself through that laughter. So don't forget to laugh. Blessings to you all.
And to you, thank you. Thank you, Arla. What fun. And what in-depth answers.
I'm even tired now.
I know it amps you up a little bit. I'll be looking for the fairies riding on dragonflies and hummingbirds now. Yeah, that was fun. Anyone
Yeah.
else have anything for Arla? We all know we love her. And thank you so much. All
Oh,
right.
thank you. And thank you all. I
Well,
just I
Thank you.
just laugh. I'm feeling the laugh.
Dave, what did you have?
I just wanted to thank you. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for the drums.
Well, we won't keep Arlo waiting for the drums for too long, but we are going to, there we go. They aren't going to keep us waiting either. Thank you, Wendy and Dave, for that little preview of what's to come in the next session when Wendy Wolf and Dave Yellen come in and give us some light language and some chanting and some drums. And we are going to take a short break, and we'll be back with session number 2 in just about 3 or 4 minutes. Thanks.